What's going on, everyone? Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is Monday, May 12th. We have an 11-game Major League Baseball schedule on tap for today. Real quick, a recap of yesterday. We go 8-7 on our money line / spread picks. We go 10-5 on our over-unders. We missed on our parlays. Overall, Sunday, I hope everyone enjoyed their Sunday. It's back to the nonsense, back to the work week. Let's get back to this money. Like I said, an 11-game Major League Baseball schedule on tap for today. Guys, don't forget, look for our play of the day, the one game I'm going to recommend to you more than any to put in a dollar parlay and play. Also, do not forget our $4 parlay plays at the end of the video. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. First game of the day is the Milwaukee Brewers traveling to Cleveland to play the Guardians. In this matchup, with Peralta on the mount for the Brewers, Milwaukee is favored in today's matchup. With that being said, we are playing Cleveland, the home dogs, on the money line. The game total, 8, and we're playing over 8 total runs. We look at our hitting props, 2 total bases. We're going with 2 Cleveland Guardians. We're taking Manzardo as well as Ramirez, both to have 2 total today. On to the pitching props for this game. And we're playing the overs for both starting pitchers. Peralta of the Brewers, over 5.5 Ks. Lively of the Guardians, over 3.5 Ks as well. Alright, on after that, this will be our play of the game day. The one game I recommend to you more than any to put in a dollar parlay and play. Today's parlay should be a 7-leg parlay. With that being said, we're playing the home dogs, the Detroit Tigers, on the money line. Game total, 8.5, and we like the over in this one. Over 8.5 total. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, 3 Detroit Tigers. We're taking Carpenter, Green, as well as Colt Keat, all of the Detroit Tigers. On to the pitching props for this game. And we're playing Hokic of the Boston Red Sox to go over his line of 4.5 Ks. Jackson Jobe of the Tigers, we're playing him to go over as well. Over 3.5 strikeouts today. On after that, we have the St. Louis Cardinals going to Philly to start a series with the Phillies. In today's matchup, we're playing the Road Dogs. We're playing the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. The game total, 8, and we're playing over in this one. Over 8 total runs. Looking at the hitting props, we're going with 2 Cardinals today. Donovan, as well as Pages, both to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props. And we're taking Liberatore of the St. Louis Cardinals to go over his line of 4.5 strikeouts. But we're playing Sanchez of the Phillies to go under his line today, under 5.5 Ks. Moving along, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates traveling to New York to play the Mets. In today's matchup, with the Mets favored at home, despite Paul Skeens being on the mound for the Pirates, we're playing the Mets to cover the runs. The game total, 7, and we like the under today, under 7 total runs. Looking at the hitting props, 2 total bases, 2 Mets. We're taking Lindor and we're taking Soto, both to have 2 total today. On to the pitching props, and I like the overs for both starting pitchers here. Paul Skeens of the Pittsburgh Pirates to go over his line of 6.5 strikeouts. Peterson of the New York Mets to go over his line of 5.5 Ks as well. Moving along, we have an NL East matchup starting up here today. We have the Washington Nationals playing the Atlanta Braves in Atlanta. Atlanta traveling back home from Pittsburgh. This Braves team is different on the road than they are at home. With that being said, we are playing the Braves on the money line today. The game total, 8.5, and we like the under in this one. Under 8.5 total runs. Looking at the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're taking Lowe of the Nationals, and we're taking Olsen of the Atlanta Braves. On to the pitching props here, and we're playing the over for Irving of the Washington Nationals to go over his line of 3.5 strikeouts. Holmes of the Braves, we're playing him today to go under his line, under 5.5 Ks. As we move along, we have the Miami Marlins traveling to Chicago to play the Cubs. The Cubs coming off of a bad series against the Mets, get to go home, have a nice matchup here against the Marlins, and we are playing the Cubs to cover the 1.5 runs. Game total, 8.5, and we like the under in this one, under 8.5 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, 2 Cubbies. We're taking Swanson as well as Suzuki, both to have 2 total today. Onto the pitching props, and we're playing Quantrell of the Miami Marlins to go over his line of 3.5 strikeouts. Ray of the Cubs to go over 4.5 Ks as well. As we move along, we got the Colorado Rockies traveling to Texas to take on the Rangers. In today's matchup, we're playing the Texas Rangers on the money line. The game total, 8.5, and we like the under in this one, under 8.5 total. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, 2 Texas Rangers. Langford and Josh Smith, both to have 2 total. Onto the pitching props here. And we're taking Dollander of the Rockies to go under his line of 4.5 Ks, as well as Mahil of the Rangers to go under his line of 4.5 strikeouts as well. Moving along, we have the Kansas City Royals. Coming off the back-to-back losses to the Red Sox, they won the first game of the series. Traveling now to Houston to take on the Astros, who's just won 2 out of 3 at home versus the Reds. With all of that being said, we are playing the Houston Astros on the money line today. Game total, 8, and we like the under in this one, under 8 total. For our hitting props, 2 total bases. Give me Bobby Witt Jr. of the Kansas City Royals, as well as Myers of the Houston Astros. Onto the pitching props, and we're playing Wacha of the Kansas City Royals to go under his line of 4.5 Ks. Gusto of the Houston Astros over 3.5 strikeouts today. Alrighty, wasting no time, down to our final 3 games of the day. We have the Angels traveling to San Diego to take on the Padres. The Padres coming off of a very bad loss yesterday to the Rockies. Granted, the prior 2 days before that, they put up 30 runs against the Rockies. With all of that being said, at home today, we are playing the San Diego Padres to cover the 1.5 runs. Game total 7, and we like the under today, under 7 total. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, 2 Padres. We're taking Jackson Merrill as well as Manny Machado, both to have 2 total today. Onto the pitching props for this game, and we're taking Kikuchi of the Angels to go under his line, 4.5 strikeouts. Michael King of the Padres, we're taking him to go over today, over 6.5 Ks. On after that, we have the Yankees continuing their West Coast road trip. They're in Seattle, taking on the Mariners today, and we're taking the Yankees on the money line. The game total, 8.5, and we like the over in this one, over 8.5 total. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, 2 Yankees. We're playing Aaron Judge as well as Ben Rice. On to the pitching props for this game. And we're taking Schmidt of the Yankees to go under his line of 5.5 strikeouts, but we're playing Hancock of the Mariners to go over his line, over 3.5 Ks today. Final matchup of the day, we have an NL West matchup starting up. The Arizona Diamondbacks on the road taking on the Giants. And in today's matchup, we are playing the Diamondbacks on the money line. The game total is at 8, and we're playing under in this one, under 8 total runs. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, 2 Diamondbacks. We're playing Corbin Carroll as well as Naylor, both to have 2 total. On to the pitching props here, and we're playing Kelly of the Diamondbacks to go over his line of 4.5 strikeouts, but we're playing Verlander of the Giants to go under 4.5 Ks today. Right, guys, before we get up out of here, our $3 parlay plays of the day. I had to cancel our money line one. I'm not confident in 2 picks, so we're canceling it. But like I said, our $3 parlay plays of the day, we start off with our pitching props parlay. And we go to Detroit Tigers, Jackson Jobe to go over his line. Washington Nationals starting pitcher Irving to go over his line. Los Angeles Angels starting pitcher Kikuchi to go under. Philadelphia starting pitcher Sanchez to go under. And San Francisco Giants starting pitcher Verlander to go under his line. All 5 of those gentlemen in a $1 parlay pays $25. After that, our hitting props parlay. 2 total bases. And we start off with Detroit Tigers Green. We go to Arizona Diamondbacks Corbin Carroll. Milwaukee Brewers Chourio. San Diego Padres Merrill. And Chicago Cubs Suzuki. All 5 of those gentlemen in a $1 parlay pays $45. Finally, we wrap it up with our home run parlay, a 3-leg home run parlay. We start off with Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves, Seager of the Texas Rangers, and Carpenter of the Detroit Tigers. All three of those gentlemen in a dollar parlay pays $85. Once again, guys, I want to thank you guys for clicking on this video. I really appreciate you all. Hope you guys have a good day and we're all able to make some money. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.